and I've only seen Cadets once. I did see Blue Stars and Blue Knights, and I'm just going to talk and do just a very general overview of what I thought about each show. Starting with the opening night. An opening night really was disappointed with Boston Crusaders because I thought last year's show was actually really strong. Really disappointed with Crusaders, and then after that was, after that was Phantom Regiment, and the same thing. I was really disappointed with Phantom Regiment. I mean, like, really disappointed. I think the uniform change was weird. I don't like the leotard style outfit that they've got. It's just ugly to me. And I know that it's their anniversary this year, so I understand them wearing like the original uniform, but it didn't do much for me. So Voice of Promise, that show, not worth buying a t-shirt in my opinion. It just didn't leave an impression on me like others did. After that, I saw the Cavaliers, and immediately I was like, wow, that was way better than last year. Whereas, like, last year, they didn't have the same level of energy, and I'll go into that in a little bit. After that, the power went out, so I didn't get to see Cadets or Bluecoats, and that was pretty bad because, I was really disappointed, like, 2 weeks later when they started winning everything and, like, sweeping competitions left and right. So that really made me mad. That really made me mad. So, yeah, I saw Crown, and as like a guy who's like a real Crown fan, watching that show, I was really hoping for something, like Inferno, and I didn't quite get what I was hoping for. And I think a lot of Crown fans feel that way about the show. They're just not willing to admit it. Inferno had that like energy level where you can tell that everybody was bought into the show. Everybody from the drum line to the color guard to the drum major was in this show. I don't see that same level of performance commitment, and I haven't seen it like all season with them as it was with Inferno. I just don't. Yeah, so as the season progressed, I didn't get to see Cadets until tonight. Saw Blue Stars and Blue Knights tonight. I think Blue Knights get like a little better each year. Blue Star's show was significantly better than last year's show. Just for me, in my opinion. I don't know if it scored better or not. I haven't really been paying close attention. I haven't seen Madison Scouts. I kind of skipped their show to get a Cavaliers t-shirt. The next time I saw Cavaliers show, I was absolutely just amazed because I'd never seen the Cavaliers perform with that kind of energy. And this is going to sound I hope no one takes offense to this, but when their show is like a little bit more testosterone filled, where it's like in your face and it's like, they kind of wanted that last year. I can tell that's what they were sort of going for, but they never really got it, and it never really made much sense. But this year they know exactly what they need to go for, and you can tell that those guys, when they're doing that show, they love what they're doing, and that causes me as an audience member to like want to see that show, and they sold the t-shirt for me. I had to buy the t-shirt. Bluecoats, winning left and right, didn't really do as much for me as Cavaliers did, but I'm more than happy to see them beat Blue Devils, and I think that the Bluecoats have been doing a steady rise up since 13, and then 14 they kind of, I would say, like, if they don't win this year, 14 would be the real year where they took off, was with Tilt. It's funny because I'm doing this with the pen. Yeah, so they really did kind of take off with Tilt. And Kinetic Noise was like not nearly as good as Tilt. Everybody was like, it's the same show. I was one of those people who's like, this is the same as Tilt. So it didn't really do much for me. I wasn't like, yeah, blue, as much as I was in 14. This year, I'm all about some blue. I think that they could do it. I think they really could beat Blue Devils. I think that they have already, and that they definitely have the potential. I'm hoping that they beat them. I will be more than happy to see them win. That's my opinion on that. Carolina Crown, like I told y'all earlier, I don't think is going to get first. I could see them doing second or third, but I just don't think they have the same quality that both Blue Devils and Blue Coats have. And while I've been thinking about it and I've been looking at the scores, Blue Devils, they've, like last year, Crown was in the lead for prelims and semis and then lost in finals. It could happen, man. If Blue Coats, I don't know who won tonight. I think it was Blue Coats. If Blue Coats won tonight and they go in tomorrow, thinking they've already got a win, they can't do that, and that's obvious. So I think that this season had a lot of shows. Oh, I didn't even talk about Vanguard. Vanguard, it was not like, it's just the show for me last year was a little bit more above, and then like it was like the highest. Vanguard's show last year was the highest level of for me. This year it's a little lower level of it's kind of teetering more towards the down. Like I didn't really like it as much. This is all just my opinion. If you like these shows, then good. Vanguard's in fourth. They're good. Cadets, like I said, this show didn't. I'm used to seeing cadets do like a little bit more less complex shows, aside from Angels in the Architecture, or sorry, Angels and Demons. But this year their show was a lot more complex and had a lot more layers, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. But again, it's not Angels and Demons, and Crown's show this year is not E equals MC squared or Inferno. So, a lot of cores really seem to take a step back, in my opinion. Other cores like Blue Coats and Blue Knights are really trying to take that step to the next level. I'm really excited to see how tomorrow goes. I'm definitely going to watch all the cores again, because when I say I don't like, that means they weren't as awesome as other shows. It doesn't mean I hated them or anything, unless it's Blue Devils. But we'll see. I'm just joking. We'll see how tomorrow goes. My prediction right now is that Blue Coats will win. That is my prediction. We'll see. All right. So good night, guys, and let's hope for the best for the Blue Coats.